It is known as the pinnacle in the history of American TV series, with a total investment of $860 million US, but it is only enough for him to shoot 40 episodes. Therefore, it has become the most expensive American TV series in history. The production team of the whole series comes from Game of Thrones. All the teams created over 20,000 pieces of aristocratic costumes in order to perfectly restore the historical plot, and restored the entire Buckingham Palace 1:1, and even all the jewelry accessories used in it are genuine. The crew spent more than $200 million US on this piece alone, which shows that they are insane. And all these actions of the crew are burning money just to make this drama an insurmountable classic in the hearts of all drama fans, and it is The Crown. A Queen Elizabeth II, a top-level American drama based on the Queen in 70 years. And her drama perfectly interpreted Queen Elizabeth II in it. After the end of World War II, the story of youthful leadership to weather-beaten and revival of the entire country. The screenwriter of this drama said, "The Crown is a love letter dedicated to the Queen of England." It is such a love letter that the Queen failed to receive completely, because not long ago, Queen Elizabeth sadly passed away in London, England at the age of 96. Next, let us walk into this love letter and see what kind of story and what kind of queen it describes. The story begins in 1951, shortly after the end of the Second World War. The once empire on which the sun never sets was severely damaged and riddled with holes due to 2 wars of unprecedented scale. At this time, although King George VI won the war, what he got in return was the decline of the country and his overwhelmed body. Right now he is coughing crazily. Although George was a little worried, he could only pretend to be calm for the sake of the country. What's more, waiting for him next will be the wedding of his daughter Queen Elizabeth II. Elizabeth II is the eldest daughter of George VI and heir to the throne. But there is one more thing that George VI must do before getting married, that is, he has to personally announce that his daughter's fiancé, Philip, has become a British citizen, because Philip is a Greek prince. British law stipulates that it is impossible for the heir to the throne to marry the crown prince of other countries. In order to marry Elizabeth Philip, he must also give up his previous identity and accept the new nationality and title given to him by the king.
And the heirs, male of your body, lawfully begotten, the dignities, Baron, Greenwich, and Knight Companion of our most noble order of the Garter.
Time is fast. Elizabeth's wedding came as scheduled, but it was not the king who stole the limelight at the wedding, but the belated former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill. Although the founding father who led Britain to victory in World War II has stepped down, he is still loved by the country. He also hopes that he can still show his former status and sense of existence, but this is also dissatisfied by all the politicians present.
It's Winston Churchill. It's a boy waiting on a campaign trail. It's outrageous. But you have to admire him.
If your marriage is as happy as mine has been, I don't want you to miss a single thing.
Just like a fairy tale, Elizabeth's married life was very happy. She also used the camera given by her father to record all the beautiful moments. But it didn't take long for King George VI to suddenly become seriously ill and undergo a lung resection urgently. Although the operation was successful, his condition did not improve significantly. At the same time, the 83-year-old Churchill was re-elected as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom with 17 votes in the attractive election. The public still has unprecedented support for this legendary leader. However, Churchill did nothing after taking office. He found the doctor with a mysterious operation report. Because he knew that the king's condition might not be as simple as it was disclosed to the public, especially in this Thursday's meeting, the king's series of behaviors made people feel extremely abnormal.
Probably wise to let the Princess Elizabeth undertake the Commonwealth tour. What say you?
Is she up to it?
Yes, I'd say so. Besides, we have to start breaking her in gently, don't we? Keep one eye on the future. The distant future.
Churchill, who took office again, was over 80 years old, and his wife always wanted him to abdicate and recuperate, but after this meeting, he couldn't let go of everything.
The party needs me. The country needs me. She needs me.
Who?
Her.
Unfortunately, King George finally learned that he had lung cancer after his condition worsened and he had only a few months left to live, but no one knew about it except King Churchill. In order to arrange the affairs of life, George VI also began to teach Elizabeth to handle government affairs gradually.
What's inside?
Everything they want me to know, they stick on. Everything they'd rather I didn't know, tuck away at the bottom. Which is why, the first thing I do, no one is looking, is this.
In order to train Queen Elizabeth II, the king used her recovery as a reason to appoint her to visit abroad instead, but before leaving, King George VI also knew that the work after becoming the princess was extremely lonely and complicated. George is thinking that the future Elizabeth will need someone who truly loves Elizabeth and who will give her all the company and protection. So he also planned to take this opportunity to leave some advice for his son-in-law. In this way, even if she is gone in the future, Elizabeth can still have a solid support.
You understand? The titles, the dukedom, they're not the job. She is the job. She is the essence of your duty. Loving her, protecting her. Of course, you'll miss your career, but doing this for her means for me.
I understand, sir.
Soon, Elizabeth and Philip embarked on a visit. After they left, the king also listened to the doctor's advice and decided to enjoy the last time of his life. He brought his little daughter and wife to his favorite manor. He sang a moving song with his little daughter at the evening party.
Couldn't sleep and wouldn't sleep when love came and told me I shouldn't sleep. I'll sing to him each spring to him and long for the day when I'll cling to him. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I.
After the singing was over, everyone clapped their hands and applauded, but at this time the king returned to the room alone. He turned on the TV and watched Elizabeth, who was visiting state affairs in the news, with red eyes. At this moment, King George was thinking that his daughter could not end with his family. I feel sorry for the reunion, and at the same time worry about my daughter who is about to shoulder the burden of the country at a young age. Time soon came to the next day, when the butler called the king to get up on time at 7:30 in the morning. The god of death finally came. At this time, Elizabeth on the other side of the earth still doesn't know that her father has passed away, and what awaits her is the unknown fate of the whole country.